Rohit, 27 wickets to spin in the three games that we spoke about. We lost 27 wickets to spin. But these are not conditions that you play regularly, even though it's a turning track. This is not the kind of pitch you'll get probably in India or maybe even in Bangladesh. So how do you adjust to this? I know you all have played a lot of cricket, but when you are confronted with a challenge like this once a year maybe, what are the adjustments that you need to make, maybe mentally, maybe technically, to come out on top here?
I think it is more to do with individual plan rather than us telling them this is what you have to do, this is the shot you have to play. Because see, all these guys have come here playing so much of cricket, and now suddenly to tell them to do things little differently, basically what I mean is to play the shots that they are not comfortable with. It is not ideal, but we've had these issues in the past as well, where ball has spun a little bit, wicket was slow, and we've had issues with keeping the tempo of the game, and that is where I've said that it is all about individual plans, how they want to take the bowlers on, what are the shots they want to play, and it starts with your training. When you get your sessions, try and work your way through that. And I can see the guys are trying hard in the nets whenever we have the opportunity to train as well. I don't see there is a lack of effort in how we want to try and play different shots. You saw some of these guys played reverse sweep, paddle, and all that. That is not the nature of their batsmanship. But hence, they're trying as well. But yeah, we have to be very clear with how we want to play and how to keep that momentum towards us when you play on pitches like this. We fell short now thrice, I would say. Even that game that was tied, I thought we should have finished that game, but and the last two games that we played, obviously, we know where the problems are. So we have to talk about it. We have to let the players know that this is what we want, and if we have to be little different in terms of choosing the personnel, we have to do that, unfortunately. So we'll try and see, how we can be a good team on all kind of conditions, not just on good pitches or seaming pitches, also on pitches which turns a little bit what we need to do as a team, as a batting unit.
Rohit, you spoke about the batters were not brave enough in taking the attack to the opposition or putting the bowlers under pressure. India has a great history of playing, being very quality players against spin. And one aspect that we observed was batsmen, refused to go down the step and give the charge to the bowler. Is that just a confidence thing or their personal style, or is it also an outcome of T20 cricket where spinners are more quick, without giving the batters time to do that? And because a lot of these batters, most of them got stuck on the back foot leg before bowled. So how else do you feel you can be more brave and know how to tackle?
See, when I say brave, it doesn't mean that the guys were not brave enough. You got to be brave enough consistently, is what I meant. You got to be brave enough on slightly challenging pitches where you are trying to take on the bowlers, trying to play different shots. Like again, it all comes down to individual plans. Everyone needs to understand that this is my plan and this is how I'm going to play. If that pitch suits your plan, good enough. Try and take them on. If it doesn't, then what are the options? Come down the track, push for a single, and all that kind of things. The basics of batsmanship on slow pitches. What is it? All of us have actually grown up playing on slow pitches. We've not grown up on playing in pitches which has bounce and all of that. Pitches have turned, pitches have been slow. But it's all about having that own plan and believing that your plan is quite good enough to come out on top on pitches like that. So again, I don't want to be critical, because whenever I've asked them to do different things, they have come up and done different things. So things like this can happen. It won't be ideal to look deep into this or dive deep into this kind of thing that has happened. I think it's important to stay calm and just give them that confidence, give them that understanding that this is what is required, and hopefully if we come up against conditions like this, they have better plans against the spinners or these kind of conditions.
रोहित भाई, जस्ट एक्सटेंशन ऑफ दिस आंसर, जब आप बैटिंग कर रहे थे तीनों ओडीआईज में हमने देखा इट लुक्स डिफरेंट, और बाद में जब बैटिंग हो रही थी इट लुक्स डिफरेंट. तो आपकी जब बैटिंग थी और जब आप आउट होके गए भी होंगे, तो आपका और कोच का क्या डिस्कशन रहा प्लेयर्स के साथ, क्योंकि आपके आउट होने के बाद सडनली जो एक स्लंप नजर आ रहा था बैटिंग ऑर्डर में?
नहीं, कोई डिस्कशन हुआ नहीं. सी देखिए, कहीं ना कहीं आई फेल्ट दैट पावर प्ले में जो रन्स बनेंगे वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट रहेगा. उसके बाद मुझे पता था कि विकेट थोड़ा सा स्लो हो जाएगा, बॉल कोई घूमेगा कोई नहीं घूमेगा, और फील्डर्स भी पीछे हो जाते हैं. तो 10 ओवर के अंदर आप 2 फील्डर्स बाहर रख सकते हो, तो आपको एज अ बैट्समैन वो चांसेस लेने पड़ते. और मैंने वो चांसेस लिए. जब जब मुझे लगा कि मैं बॉलर के ऊपर प्रेशर डाल सकता हूँ, चांस ले सकता हूँ, मैंने चांस लिया. एंड जितना भी रन आप ऊपर से बनाओगे, आई थिंक टीम को आगे बेनिफिट होता है वो नेक्स्ट 40 ओवर खेलने के लिए. यू कैन टेक योर टाइम, यू कैन सी द पिच कंडीशंस, आप देख सकते हो बॉल कितना घूम रहा है, किस पेस से आ रहा है. तो मेरी पर्सनल कोशिश यही थी कि मैं पावर प्ले में जितना रन बना सकूं उतना बनाऊंगा. और ये नहीं था कि मैं पावर प्ले के बाद मुझे आउट होना है. वही मोमेंटम में मुझे खेलना था, वही इंटेंट से खेलना था. शॉट लगाने में आउट हो गया अनफॉर्चुनेटली, बट मेरा प्लान और मेरा गेम प्लान और जिस तरीके से मैं अपना बैटिंग देख रहा हूँ बहुत सिंपल है और बहुत स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड है. और ऐसा कोई पर्सनल डिस्कशन ड्रेसिंग रूम में कुछ हुआ नहीं मेरे आउट होने के बाद. हम लोग को पता था कि हमको क्या करना है. हमने 2 मैच ऑलरेडी खेल चुका था इस पिच पे. तो बैट्समैनों से हमने चर्चा की थी, मीटिंग रखा था, बैट्समैन मीटिंग में हमने बात की थी हमें क्या करना है और क्या नहीं करना है.
Rohit, as you have also mentioned, I mean, India faced problems against spin on turners in the past as well. So looking into that, would you advise especially the youngsters to play domestic cricket, the Ranji Trophy, as much as possible?
No, that's always been our goal, to make sure that guys who are available go and play Ranji Trophy. Our domestic cricket is the backbone of our cricket, international cricket. A lot of the guys who are representing now for the country have come up playing those domestic cricket. So our domestic cricket is so crucial for everyone. We want to make sure that it stays like that, it stays competitive, and we get players from our domestic circuit only, not from IPL so much. When you play Test cricket, when you choose players for Test cricket and ODI cricket, a lot of the discussion happens on who's doing well in Ranji Trophy, one-day format, 𝗙𝗢𝗟𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗧 and stuff like that. IPL, of course, it is one format where the challenges are different. Different teams, different players are playing. High pressure situation again for a lot of guys. So it's a combination of both. To be honest, you have to look at IPL is also our cricket. It is Indian Premier League. So at the end of the day, whoever does well in all of these tournaments eventually will get picked up. And like I said, playing spin, playing against slow bowlers on slow pitches, that shouldn't be the excuse for us. We all play on these kind of pitches. It's all about just having that game plan and being very clear with your plans.
Rohit, Akshar and in Washington Sundar, you've got some really good spinners on your team, but Sri Lanka were consistently able to get to 230, 240, which turned out to be winning scores. What did they do to counter high quality spinners such as the ones you've got specifically?
What did they do against Akshar and Kuldeep?
Yes, Kuldeep and Washington, all your spinners. What specifically did they do to get to those scores?
I don't think they did anything specific. They were very consistent with their sweeps. They were taking their chances of playing that sweep shot. Not a lot of runs were scored down the ground. They didn't use their feet as much as we were expecting them to do. It was basically, sweeping the ball and piercing that deep square leg and deep mid-wicket fielder. And that is something we failed to do as a batting unit. We didn't play enough sweeps, enough reverse sweeps or paddle. We didn't use our feet too much. So that was the difference, I guess. If you look at the partnership today as well between Mendes and Fernando, I think they played a lot of, they got a lot of runs square of the wicket, which meant that they were using the turn, going down the track, sweeping and making that fielder move left and right. So they were very smart in how they batted. We were not smart enough.
Rohit, it's been a tough few years for Sri Lankan cricket in the recent past. No Champions Trophy, got knocked out in the first round of the World Cup. You guys have had the better of them as well in recent times. 50 all out in the Asia Cup final, 55 all out in the World Cup in Bombay. A word on the character that they showed in this series, and if there's any particular young player that impressed you?
I think the entire unit actually impressed me. The way they played as a unit, it looked like a team that is that want to do something special for the country, and that's how I have always come across Sri Lankan team. Whenever I have played against them, they play as a unit, and they try and give their best on the field, whatever it is, with the ball, with the bat, and on the field as well. I said it in my post-match as well. You've got to give credit where it's due. They played the conditions better than us. They bowled better than us, and they batted better than us. And we as the team accept that we were not good enough. And it is no shame in accepting that. A team like ours, I take a lot of pride in representing all the boys who are sitting in the dressing room, because we played some really good cricket and fascinating cricket over the period of few years now. So series like this, games like this can happen. But like you said, a lot of credit to Sri Lanka. They were in the fight throughout, and they wanted to make a difference. Thanks, guys.